Hey, I just want to do a quick run through of the Rodecaster Pro. So this is the unit. You see Aphex on board. There's all the sliders, all the solo and mute buttons at the bottom there, the pads to play whatever you want, and we have the headphone volume and then the master volume for your speakers as well up there. Big old record button, Bluetooth button, lets you pair, and then some buttons up top here for the XLR input. So let's hit the back button here and we'll turn it on. Let it load up. Cool. We see the lights have come on, and I just want to run through some of the features real quick. So we are going to hit number 1. And you'll see the microphone setup pops up, and there are some presets automatically for a few different Rode microphones. So this channel 1 is hooked up to a Procaster, so I have pre-selected that. 2 goes to the NT1, which I have set up, and then 3 I have a different dynamic mic, so I have that one chosen. So let's go to 4. And you'll see it just defaults to the pod mic. Now, if I hit Procaster and then Setup, you'll see it sets the level and phantom power settings automatically, because if I go back and I do a NT2A and go to Setup, you'll see the level and phantom power have been pre-selected. And then you can also go to Advanced, and you can turn on and off all these different settings. So the compressor, high pass filter, de-esser, noise gate, and then these Aphex things are really cool, because these things, if you want to get these features, they would cost you several hundred, maybe even several $1,000s in additional gear. So it's pretty impressive that this is included. And you can see you can just hit all processing and they'll switch off. We can hit the X to go back. There's the voice, so you can select some different voice settings here, and these will apply to the advanced settings when you, I think for like the noise gate, it will it'll adjust how sensitive that is, and it may adjust some of the other settings too. But you can see you can turn on and off phantom power for each channel separately, which is really nice. You don't have to have them all or none like a lot of units are. And then we'll go into the settings here, and you can see we can get to each of those microphone settings this way, or by simply hitting one of the buttons. So let's go back, and you can see podcasts you've recorded onto the SD card into the mixer, and you'll see these lines. They are chapter markers, so I can just skip forward to them and start playing. And you'll see if I go back and I hit record, there's an add marker button. So I can add a marker, wait a few seconds, add another marker, stop recording here. And then now when I go to the podcast, you'll see those lines, and you can skip forward to them, hit play. You can jump between them. So it's really nice if you mess up, or maybe if you have something you want to like take a look at, that makes it really easy. And let's see what else. We have sound. So this board over here, you'll see, aligns with this pad. You can record custom sounds, or you'll see this air horn one I added from the computer, and that's the name of the file. The top 6 there are built-in sounds, and there was 8, but I've customized them. So you can actually go click on one and hit record and record your own custom sound that you can replay. So maybe it's an intro or outro or ad spot or something. You can record it to one of the pads and then just hit play when you want it to go into your podcast, which is really cool. We'll stop recording because I'm not using that. And then over here, you'll see you can hit a pad, and then it lights up, but you can also adjust the levels here, and you can solo them. So if you want to make sure that no one else is talking over maybe your ad spot or something, you can hit that button real quick while you're playing that. So that pretty much rounds it out. You can mute different channels. You'll see it lights up. You can hit solo on or monitor on multiple channels, or you can just do one, however you want to do that. And that's the majority of it. There's a few things. The inputs here, there's 4 XLR inputs. I've used 3 of them. There's a TRS input for a phone, so you can use Bluetooth or a wired connection. There's the 4 headphone jacks, the speaker output, SD card, and then the USB-C connection to your computer, a power cable that actually twists in so you can't pull it out accidentally, and then the power button. And I want to show you something real cool here. If you hit the power button, come back over here, it actually comes up with a prompt that makes sure that you want to turn it off so you can't accidentally do that, which is really cool. These little touches are nice. So we'll just hit yes to power it down, and that pretty much wraps up the Rodecaster Pro kind of quick review.